Hello, everybody. Starting in 10 minutes. How are we all tonight? How are we doing? How have your weeks been? Hey man, that should update that gold in a little while. Seeing as you've followed, the bot will update in a short while. You can, of course, type exclamation point dungeon, then a number of gold that you have which you'd like to risk into a dungeon. That didn't quite hit the mark. Did you play Hearthstone, Flintlock? Ah, beginner's luck. Flintlock mech gets that win. Soulless Josh is with us. Beth is not here until next Thursday. Well, she'll be here on Monday for the show, but she won't be on the Thursday show until next week. Hey, Harkin. Hey, Souls. Myth is not with us tonight. Thursdays he's usually working. He was streaming earlier, however. He was streaming some Morrowind earlier, and me and James are both in chat, having a good old time, recounting the tales of old. Yes, the pictures are usually an indication of who's playing. There's Beth's, but she's not here, so we'll get rid of her. Nez, Chuak. I don't think it's a rip-off, my friend. I think it's a different game entirely. I'd be cautious to blame other people's work and say it's rubbish. Hello and welcome to Encounter Roleplay, our live role-playing Dungeons and Dragons podcast and live stream. My name is Will. I am your host, but not your dungeon master tonight. And I have with me some other players and our GM, James, to kick off tonight's show. So, James, remind us who we are and what we're doing and everything.
Your Will, you've been in a terrible car accident, and this is all a figment of your imagination. No, it's it's the Isle of Anesterion campaign, officially the Thursday campaign, although due to Ireland being a thing that exists, we've been doing different bits. Are we on the right? Yeah, we're on the map. We're just not looking at the right thing on the stream. Well,
I know. There's a stream delay.
No, there isn't. Yeah, so we have 2 player characters tonight. Beth will be joining us for the first time on Anesterion next Thursday, but we have quite a good session on its way, hopefully, unless it gets horribly derailed, in which case anything could happen. Would you like to tell me who you're playing, Josh?
Yes, I would. I would like to tell you that I am playing... God, it's been so long. I'm playing Darius, the Wood Elf, who is currently the owner of the Red Rum Tavern.
Wait, Josh, aren't you forgetting what class he is?
Yes, I am, James. it's been a while, guys.
Just say the word ranger and then
Ranger.
Oh, is he a ranger, Josh? I never would have guessed. Thank you for sharing that with us. For anyone wondering, the players are all level 4 at the moment. Will, who are you playing?
I am playing...
Of course, we've already heard of him, but...
You will no doubt have heard of who I'm playing. Of course, I'm playing Finbar the Bard. He's a human, and he's very handsome and talented. And...
It's just like real life.
An excellent adventure.
And phenomenal at deception.
Just like real life. Yeah, I raised my deception score just to be able to pull that off. Yeah, so Finbar, they're fantastic.
Cool. So it's been a while since you were on the on the show, on the Anesterion campaign anyway, Josh. I'm just going to count up how many days your character has been away for in character, so we can do a quick roll to see, first of all, how the tavern's been doing, because I assume you've mostly been, that's kind of how we fluffed it in character for why you weren't there, so you're happy with that. It's just that Darius was very busy running his tavern, trying
Does that mean
to
I
get it
get
off the
any
ground.
bonuses as I
Yes, you'll basically roll me a D100 plus 30, because 30 is the max bonus, and it's
will in a
number of days.
second.
You're not in roll 20, are you, Josh?
My computer is being the slowest thing in the world.
You're not in Twitch
But anyway.
chat either, are you, Josh? You scout.
I'm almost in
Do
Twitch
you own
chat.
a computer?
No, he only owns a potato. Whilst Josh is doing that, I'll remind people in chat what we're doing.
Just staring at a
Encounter Roleplay.
microwave like,
What's going?
the screen's gone.
We are raising some money up the top left there to get our new podcast going. Josh, there's a lot of feedback going through that.
Josh, remember the rule about not leaning your head in any direction.
Oh,
it's
every time, Josh.
still there.
This is.
What?
Just mute yourself. It stresses me. Josh isn't even here. So yeah, we are raising some money from donations to get that new podcast going. You've raised enough money to get our website on the go, and that is launching 1st of July. One of our talented authors is actually in chat. Flint Lockmech is one of our authors. He's sent me a draft already. Brilliant. And we're trying to get 200 followers to do a real life stream. We actually decided that's going to be a charity stream. We haven't yet decided on the charities we'll be exactly giving that money to, but we'll talk about that. So yeah, we'll be doing that in the near future. And of course, if you donate, you go up on that top left bit there, and if you follow, you go on that bit up there. And also, there's a new place called the Hall of Heroes on our www.encounterroleplay.com, which is coming out soon, which is going to have a place for all you guys who've donated as well, which is going to be very cool. Yeah, and also,
Josh.
Josh, as you rolled.
Josh, have you got a functioning microphone?
Yes, I do.
Good. I can hear myself quite clearly, FYI, as I assume the stream can.
Hello, Hogeka, and Oi Harkin suggests Mind, the mental health charity. I mean, yeah, we'd love to take any kind of considerations from people. There are a few charities, no doubt, which I haven't spoken to the entire group about this yet. But I know there are some charities who people would probably like to donate to, but we'll talk about that more in the future. We haven't yet got enough followers to even have that yet, so once we get to 200, we can definitely have that conversation more and set a date for it and get the hype train going. And I was thinking as well for that stream, perhaps to make, for also playing the games and stuff, have some kind of sort of system where if you donate $1, something happens in the game, like you get to name an NPC, you get to say an event, you get to help a character out. If you if you give $5 to a charity, such and such happens. That sort of system to keep it interesting for everyone, so it's not just that, it also affects the game and the stream, which could be quite fun and interactive. Of course, if you donate $10, we can just permanently mute James. So.
Yes, mute the DM.
If you, it's literally without James to be able to talk, we will tell you what we do and it works, regardless of rolls.
No dice rolls.
No
nothing,
dice
nothing
rolls allowed.
happens. Right. Shall we then? So Darius, would you like to run me a D100? Oh, you're not even in bloody roll 20 yet. Still.
I am literally trying to load it up.
It's okay. We'll do Darius. What have you been doing in the week since the last session?
What have I been doing?
Not Darius. Sorry, Finbar. Is who I meant. It started again.
Well, have I had any update on the materials I've sent away for?
So
For
the
certain extension.
the clerk, Monsieur Leclerc. So Major Salanar's clerk, who's kind of in charge of communication with the mainland, would have kind of taken your order, and he would have over a couple of weeks as a couple of minor ships came in, like trade ships or ships from other places, managed to communicate to and from the port in Gerst. And he's got you a rough fee of around 850 to 900 gold pieces, requiring a down payment of 300, and the rest upon arrival.
Yeah, I'd have paid him that whenever.
Cool.
Probably a few weeks ago if I'd have asked. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it took some time to get the price back.
Yeah.
So you probably sent that off probably when you got back from your previous adventure.
Cool.
The escape from the drow place. Josh is still not there. So what have you been doing in the week apart from that?
Well, I have a new house now. That me and Ishtuak have been living in. I've got like the big room and stuff. I've just given him like a place by the fire essentially, and like a small.
He's got a
room
cupboard under the stairs.
Yeah, and he asked for a half, so I've given him that. And yeah, he sets it alight with his breath and stuff, and he makes sure no one breaks in. Not like there probably is anyone trying to break in, but he's like a faithful hound, and
Indeed.
we're doing that, and then I go play in the Red Rum Tavern every now and again.
Cool.
Somewhat down from his previous loss of his new lover Harriet, but other than that, he's coming back. He's on the rebound a little bit.
Cool. Would you like to roll me a D100 plus your level?
I would perhaps do that. 1D100 plus 4 is 35.
You're caught up in a whirlwind romance. Roll me a D20.
Hey, help me play. I've just fell into a whirlwind romance, my friend.
It's happened again.
Is it with Twitch chat? Because I can verify that it's true. Roll 1d20. 16.
On an 11 to 20, the romance is ongoing. You determine the identity of the love interest. Subject to your DM's approval. Will, tell me about this woman. What's happened?
Okay.
How did you meet? When do we get to meet her? When's Josh going to be in roll 20? All questions that are on my lips.
Without James. Oh, chat. So I didn't. Finbar didn't when bromance is with Ishtoak. It was. I wasn't expecting this. This romance, but the dwarf at the tavern, he's really good looking. I mean, what? No,
Stan of the Mute Sten.
So I was in a tavern playing one night, playing one of my sultry tunes when a wench, a woman of are there? Okay, so here's a question. I'm thinking she might be a bit more like not from working class. She might be a bit more
You can probably get some there's some middle class people here.
Yeah.
Maybe she's a merchant or something.
Yeah,
Pitch me an idea. Pitch me an idea.
Maybe she owns a shop or something, or like a small shop.
Well, there's one shop. There's Steve's shop.
Okay.
Although Steve does have a daughter.
It's Steve's daughter.
Ah, of course it
Steve's
is.
daughter. What's Steve's daughter called?
I actually have this in my notes.
It's with himself, the Warren's romance. Wouldn't be the first time.
He's caught up in his own narcissism. Her name is Stephanie.
Stephanie, okay.
Steph for short.
Steph, yeah, okay. Well, yeah, and she came over. Is she young? Like, is she older woman? Like, obviously she's of a certain age. But she's...
Yes, there's no grey area.
It's
here.
pretty clear there.
How old's Finbar? Finbar's like 28, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm 28.
So, Steve being like 45. 40.
I like the fact, is she older? Is she younger? There's no grey area. Maybe she's in the grey area. She's 82.
So she's 25.
She's 25.
She kind of. So yeah, her day-to-day life is pretty much helping run the general store. So how would you have kind of gotten into this situation?
Well, like I say, playing at the bar, I was playing, and she came over. One thing led to another, as they so often do with Finbar, and it's probably been like 2 days. The whirlwind romance is still very much, on the go, but Steve doesn't know yet.
Steve does not know.
No.
Okay, that's going to make this session very interesting.
Exactly. Yeah, I thought it'd be more fun. It'd be more fun. But Steve likes me because I've helped Steve. So I'm just.
No, you said you'd help Steve, and then you got kidnapped.
Did I? Oh yeah, no, I said I'd help
You
Steve.
agreed to help him build the
Well, the
palisade.
feeling. Oh no. What actually happened was I woke Steve up at midnight, drunk, threw wine in his face, and then got kidnapped.
And then, but you offered to help him in there
I
somewhere,
did offer to help
so
him.
it's okay. Help me play. Oh no, that's Josh's laptop. I was gonna say I have no. This is a wig. I don't have hair. So yeah. Just to give you a brief physical description, she's got curly black hair. She's round-faced and rosy-cheeked. She's actually been feeling rather morose lately. You've got that feeling, and she's spent a lot of time coming to you for comfort.
Oh dear.
And she's a little bit short.
Well, Finbar's not a tall man, so that's okay.
Yeah. So yeah, he's been spending his time between the tavern, courting the lovely Rosie. We've got a 124 from Darius, which is pretty damn good.
Hey Nick, that's
for his running of the business. And hello, Rachel. So Darius has been running the tavern for some time. He's been putting a lot of time and energy into it. So can you roll me 3d10 times 5, please? So 16, that's 80 gold pieces profit after paying all your supplies, so on and so forth. That's the profit you've made, Darius, on your tavern in the time since you last adventured. What else have you invested your time in?
I've invested quite a bit of time in training my hippogriff.
Ah, yes. Have I told everyone about this? I can't.
Yes, you did. Hey,
Yeah.
Julia.
So.
First of all, I would
tell us
like to
about your
have like
hippogriff.
an initial sort of conversation with my hippogriff, if that's okay, because I haven't had a chance
Absolutely.
to sort of. So I want to know how it sort of comes to be, because so far I'm in the dark about this.
So, this is back in time after the Hippogriff Rescue adventure, like 3 sessions ago now. It was before the 2 sessions, the last session Josh was on.
Hey, Becky.
After that, one of the hippogriffs that Darius and Finbar and Ishtuak rescued from certain death in that cave appeared out the back in the stables. It was laying in and amongst the hay. And yeah, you would have, I imagine, walked out one morning, and it, yeah. Shall we just roleplay it? Shall we roleplay it? You walk out,
Yeah,
you
cool.
walk out the back door. There's a hippogriff in your stables. What do you do?
I'm going to say it's quite early, and I've just had like a cup of water, and now I am analysing this water to see if I am very drunk still, or if there is genuinely a Galvatron just in my stable.
So yeah, the Galgatron, because this is back in time, kind of stands up, stretches out, and kind of plods over to you through the crisp, overnight frozen snow, and just sits down on its haunches in front of you.
I
You can hear everything through, by the way, Josh. Don't know if there's anything you can do about that.
I look around to see if there's anyone else around this time in the morning to see this bird, because I've suddenly realised that maybe possibly he will be attacked if people freak out and don't know what he is.
Yeah, it's really early in the morning. It's like it's
Okay, cool.
the time you'd wake up to, clean up from the night before everything dries into the table. And,
Okay. All the blood dries in.
yeah.
Is this
Have a
before
lucky-
or after I have to clear up liquefied wizard from one
Oh
of
yeah,
my
that's
rooms?
not.
Will,
for a few
I'll be
weeks.
charging you for that, just so you know.
It's not for a few.
I
it's
send the
literally-
charge directly to Yorick. Send him the invoice.
Okay. I sort of say, you appear to have followed me home. I nod and sort of say interesting, and then I look around a bit more and I decide to try something out. And I essentially I pray to God, my gods. Hold on. It has to be a specific god, though, and
You
is it in
wanna-
my background, James?
I could certainly bring up the Paragon of the Gods thing, and we can see which god you're going to pray to.
Thank you very much.
You can go for the Roland approach, pray for a nat 20, and watch all your problems go away.
Yes, exactly.
So we've got the god of wilderness.
Marsh just slaps it to death.
Yeah, so it'd be Desoto, the god of wilderness, nature, and the seasons.
Desoto.
Yeah.
Cool.
Not Deserto, because that sounds like some kind of ice cream mascot.
Delicious.
Yeah, I did. When you originally sent that to me, I was like, interesting name.
Don't hate me, hate Latin.
I
like desert.
hate on the Latin.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh dear. Right. In which case I mutter a quiet prayer to. You've made me forget already.
Desoto.
Desoto. Desoto. I mutter a silent prayer. I'm really devout, you see. I remember all the gods' names. I sort of quietly mime an old prayer to Desoto and say, Desoto in my time of need.
This is such a time of need.
Would you shut up? Would you would you grant me the knowledge I foresee? And yes, and then I essentially I cast one of my new spells because I'm just making it up to give you some kind of reason.
Yeah. So casting the spell and doing those prayer are two very different things. So the immediate prayer wouldn't do anything. What else would you do to make this work? Because it would be similar to how you cast Hail of Thorns in some way or another, because it's all kind of the same inherent magic. So you could certainly pray, but there has to be some kind of executive action. Because just praying, nothing happens.
Yeah, well then I would sort of I don't know. I'm not really sure how I'd cast this particular spell. So I feel like maybe I'd reach out and sort of it doesn't necessarily have to be physical contact with the animal in question, but sometimes I find it helps, and I place a hand, 3 fingers on my throat. And I slowly reach out a hand very tentatively and lay 3 fingers on its sort of where its brow would be, and
cool.
I concentrate.
Cool. So as you extend your hand, there's a.
I'm sorry. That's gonna be
He's not my child. Oh God, what is it with me and getting children who aren't my children?
It's definitely not a kid, right?
Oh God, I pull out a wineskin and drink heavily from that statement.
Yeah. So the Galgatron at this point, kind of. Probably puts its front like talons on your shoulder and just tries to get out the wine.
I pull the wine away and just like no ID, no service, and so we have a 21 policy here. I pull the wine away and put a stopper in it, and then reach inside and I find some. I reach inside.
You, Darius.
Shut up. Leave me alone. You have your whirlwind romance, I have mine. I go and find the some stores with some dried meat. Which I
Do you bring this creature in with you?
No, I don't think I would. No,
Cool.
I would.
So it goes to follow you as you go inside.
Oh well, in which case, if it goes to follow me, I'd I'd crouched down, so I was at its level. How big is it, by the way? We haven't really said it.
It's probably the size of a St. Bernard at this point.
Okay. For those of us who don't know what
It's
St. Bernard is.
It's the size of the big, like a massive. Imagine it's the size of a direwolf.
Oh, okay,
It's
right.
big.
Okay, cool.
A
Then
halfling
I'm
could
like-
ride it at this point.
Okay, I'm like, okay.
Or
And
you could.
I slowly put a, oi oi, stay away, Finbar. I slowly sort of put out a hand, and I'm like, stay, and hope it translates. I no, I say.
And it slumps off. It's still in the really sad child stage.
Oh.
And it curls up and just slumps down into the hay.
I rush inside. Is it? Oh my god, my hippogriff is throwing a tantrum. My Galgatron is throwing a tantrum. I run inside and I grab some dried meat and I come back out with some water as well. Because I've got a stable, I have obviously I have like a trowel to for the horses and stuff.
Bury them?
And,
Do you mean a trough?
yes, I do mean a trough. I'm not thinking straight. I just got called Dad by a hippogriff. I'm freaking out, James.
Galvatron.
Shut up. I run out, and I'm like, oh my god. Right. And I feed him.
Cool.
Out of the palm of my hand.
Yeah. Your hand flick gets scratched a tiny bit, like not intentionally. It doesn't like draw blood or
Yeah.
anything, but
Yeah,
it's just like it seems very hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, as an expert ranger, you can tell that it's a bit peckish.
Flintlock Mech says,
Okay.
just sell audiobooks of James making hippogriff noises. Immediate profit.
Oh god.
I'll take
Yes.
75% royalties.
Uh,
It's a baby hippogriff, Mikey. Yeah. So we'll take that as one scene. And so by like a month and a half's time, that it's been like over a month and a half, in fact.
Yeah. Does it tell me what it is like?
Yes, I was going to say. So things you would have discovered. So it turns out. Yeah. Thing number one. It's a hippogriff, not a Galgatron. Number two. Do you have its name written down, or do I have to dig it out?
I did have its name. Give me 1 second. It was Oh, no, I don't. I know I've got it in my conversation with you though. I'll race you.
Oh, I've already got it. I'm just...
Oh, you bastard.
Oh no, I don't. This is entirely the wrong document. It's Ario Repugnus Rostro? Yeah, Rostro.
Ario.
Ario Repugnus Rostro the Second. It wouldn't say it in that voice, of course. But yeah. What else would you like to garner from chatting to it? It's only got intelligence 2. Bear that in mind.
I discuss philosophy and the meaning of life.
It
Its head
vomits on
just
you.
explodes.
Yeah.
Well, I've
information would you
basically
want to garner
been
from?
training it
Cool.
a little bit. I've been sort of taking it out. Like I presume, like I can go to like I would sort of go to Yorick after it turned up and be like, "Yo, got a Galgatron." Turns out they're not so bad.
The
It's in my
expos because
stable.
this was all like a month and a half ago. We can pretty much just fill in the blanks. Yes, it's fine for you to
Cool.
have it. If it eats anyone, they'll probably kill it. It'll get butt beaked. Yeah. So we agreed 2 things you can try and train it. What were those 2 things?
Oh god, I have agreed to try and train it in
Poetry.
hunting. Yes, indeed. I'm going to train it to be a better bard than you, Finbar. So I train it in guard duty and hunting.
Cool. So roll me an animal handling for each. Guard duty first, hunting second.
Okay, guard duty first.
I can ask if
There
you're going
we
to
go.
neuter it or not. And if so,
You
how?
haven't detected its gender yet.
Detected, as if you could just smell it on the wind. Yes, I detected.
You made some progress with guard duty. What about hunting? Nah, it's got no idea. You've taken it out to the woods a few times, I imagine.
Yes.
You mentioned that to me at one point. But yeah,
Yes.
so Ario just flies around in circles. At one point, like started trying to like eat the leaves off of a tree, and then you ended up like, or you would have probably come across some sort of animal that you had to like feed it.
Yeah.
So yeah, but guard is alright. Like it makes a lot of noise when people come after hours to the bar.
Okay, cool.
And it's kind of when you talk to it, it's like his voice is broken. It was like at the end of the child stage. Now it's into like adolescence, so it's quite stroppy.
Can I have a sample of that, please?
No,
Should
not
be
yet.
easy for you, James.
Wow, shut up. Yeah. So the date is March the 14th. You are in the town of Coldport. Where are you both?
Yes. Well, I imagine you might be at the bar.
We have Finbar first.
I'd be walking out from my house, down towards the bar. It's morning.
That's where you should be going. You've tucked Ishtuak back into bed.
Yeah. I imagine like he's
Have a
having
nice day at the office, honey.
I'll be back soon. Don't forget to take the milk out.
Take the milk out?
Yeah, to take the milk bottles out because we have like a milk order service. We have to keep the bottles outside the house because me and Ishtuak are obviously doing that.
Yes.
Anyway.
He's a monk.
I'm walking to the bar. I'm supposed to meet my lover, Steph, there.
She's already there. I'm actually chatting to her at the bar.
Oh, right, okay. Well, I walk in and see the two of you.
Have you told me about her yet?
Oh, you know, yeah. You know.
It's probably been very obvious. It's probably a bit of a well-kept secret from Steve.
Yeah, it's a marvel Steve doesn't know.
In fact, he left midway through set to go and have intimate relations and just
I mean,
care.
Finbar is very much one to kiss and tell. So I mean, like you, Ishtuak, and some of the other bar patrons who are like who are friendly with, and we have like laddish banter with.
In which case, I'm going to say that as you walk in, Stephanie is in the middle of trying to tell me this story, and I'm like, I've already heard this story, but he said that it was at least like another 3 inches. We're discussing how how far from the target certain shots have been. That's entirely what this is about.
Wow!
What I tell you.
Finbar's archery tales that he's been telling.
Yeah, I was like,
oh,
yeah,
I didn't realise
no,
it was
literally,
we're talking about.
Yeah, no, it's not.
I literally didn't pick up on the context of that conversation. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, we're talking about that.
As you walk in, yes, that's all you hear. I'm just like, yeah.
Steph is number 3 of Finbar's lovers
on this island.
On this island, I mean.
Yeah, Steph.
I just rolled for them. I can't help it. I mean.
And then as you walk in, you just hear Steph saying, and it was quite disappointing, really. And then they suddenly just like, so Darius, what
did somebody say my name? I say as I walk into the bar, very theatrically.
What was Stephanie saying?
She said, and it was quite disappointing, really, at the end of her sentence, and we'll leave it at that.
I didn't hear that, but Finbar walks in dramatically, like, did somebody say my name? And then I flash.
I immediately look over to you and say, yeah, there were some people out here with a bounty out on you earlier.
Really? Oh.
yeah. Those knights of the Star Wars Shield. They came by. They said they were looking for you.
Oh, was Saint Peter with them?
I've no idea. I don't know them by name.
He's the one that died.
I'm aware, but Darius
doesn't
isn't.
remember.
Darius has absolutely no idea what you've done unless you've told me.
I imagine Ishtuak probably would have mentioned it in brief, although not in huge detail.
Yeah, I walk in and sling an arm over Steph and say, how is everyone?
Darius looks disappointed.
She kind of nestles a little bit. Then you realise it's the hippogriff, and you're already drunk. Yeah. She kind of nestles into you and says, "I'm well. I'm as well as can be." And she sighs.
Good.
Darius
Finbar doesn't pick up on that.
So last night, your teen hippogriff informed you that it was actually a hippogriff, and you
Wait,
you had a
hey,
you had a
Mom,
conversation.
Dad, I'm a hippogriff.
Oh, Mum, Dad, I need
Of course
I
I
need to tell you something. I'm a
be angry.
hippogriff.
I just disowned him on the spot, like
You're a
throwing a bottle
hypocrite.
of alcohol at the wall.
You get out of my... You get
No
out of my
Galgatron of mine is going to be a hypocrite.
Oh god, it's Teen Hippogriff Simulator. It's all it's become. Yeah. So yeah, that went down.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Okay.
so you're aware that it's not called the Galgatron.
I'm serious too.
Finbar the Galgatron's sitting in the corner.
I give it a.
It's
raise an
actually
eyebrow.
at the end of the bar, so it's like
Is it on
it's
the bar?
sort of near me.
It's going for a face.
Yeah. Oh god, it's on the bar. It's just sat. It's sat on the bar.
You get your
looking
feet down
just
from
like,
there, Mister.
You go and you tidy your stable. God damn it! I'm gonna have any fun.
Oh god.
I just immediately point at Finbar and I'm like, that guy killed your mum, and then just.
Oh wow. Okay. I'm serious too now.
It's just topped it all off with Oi Harkin spamming Mean Girls quotes about Galgatrons in the chat. Okay, Finbar, you see the Galgatron on the bar.
I offer it a cigarette because I think that's cool.
Tobacco does exist in
Yeah,
this
okay,
world,
cool.
but it's only in pipe form.
Okay. Do I have a pipe? Can I have a pipe?
You can certainly have obtained one for 1 gold piece and enough tobacco to last you the entire campaign. So that we never have to mention it again. Don't tell me to calm down, Rachel.
Right.
I've just got a big display. I sell tobacco. That's.
Yeah,
I'm that kind
I
of
brought
establishment.
a pipe for you.
Cool. Just knock a gold piece off of your character sheet and add pipe and tobacco.
I'll do so. Right. So
The hippogriff's hour.
I say okay to Steph and say to Darius, how has work been here? How has business been?
I smile broadly and say,
Oh wait, you've been here all along.
none. Huh?
I just realised you've been here all along, and so have I. But yeah,
Yes.
doesn't matter.
Well, no, we
It's been
haven't
a drunken
really
haze,
spoken
I've
now.
Yeah, to me,
Yes,
I've
like-
been
and
overcoming
I've
a lot
actually
of
I've been
things.
doing work.
So have I, man. I've been making money.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Okay, well, like I've been working solidly, and I've got 80 gold pieces, and you've just made a small fortune and have a house. Yeah, I sort of say, yeah, work's going well. James, I'm just gonna say, if it's okay, I know I didn't specify it, but while I was making money and stuff, the reason I made money so well is because I've actually hired a few people to work for me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say I've hired a lovely female bar lady.
Why do you tell me this now, not at the beginning of
And
session?
literally, the first thing I did was like, you will be fired if you have intimate relations with this man. Just like Finbar was in the room, and I just pointed.
There's like
at
there's
him.
like a poster up with my face on it, like, do not sleep with this man.
What are their names and races and genders? There's 3 of them, we'll say.
Yeah, there's well, no, one's obviously Ishtuak is working the door.
Istrak's the female. Cool. So you've got Istrak on the door.
Cool. I've got Lacey.
Yep. Is she a cow?
She is indeed.
Wow.
Something more offensive than it was meant to sound.
That was.
Yeah, no,
And
there's
I won't have
Lacey
it.
who. Lacey, who's sort of the best, and she works behind the bar. And then there's Benny.
What
And
race
Benny-
is Lacey?
Lacey
Hey,
is
Benny. It's a perfect crime.
I'm gonna say she's an elf.
Cool. High or wood?
Wood as well, but not from anywhere around
Definitely
where I am.
wood.
We just
She can be from Riverdene.
cool.
And Benny? That sounds like a halfling name to me.
Oh, Spirit of Benny's in the
Benny-
chat. Benny is here.
Well, I have to kill off Benny now.
Oh,
Yeah,
Welcome, Benny.
not a halfling. I'm gonna say actually like more a dwarf, and he's quite like gruff. And that's not actually his real name. His
Yeah, I'm
real
gonna
name
say
is
Benny
like
is short for something.
it's literally like
Benjamin?
completely incomprehensible to me. I can't even begin to try and pronounce his name. So I'm just
What
like
is-
you're
what is-
Benny.
What does he do?
He essentially just clears up like spillages and stuff like that, and does the rooms and stuff. So he does housekeeping essentially.
Housekeeping.
Yes, he
Can that
looks
be Benny's
miserable
voice?
all
Can
the
he-
time.
Housekeeping.
Hello, Mr. Darius. Housekeeping.
Is that right?
Is that racist?
I don't know.
I don't.
It's referencing Family Guy, and this is an
Yeah,
18 plus
exactly.
show, so I think we can get away with it.
Jack can
Yeah.
Spirit of Benny won't mind.
If anyone who's not 18, just don't tell your parents and stay and watch. That sounds creepy.
Yeah,
It's just
Anyway,
what is this?
James
Oh
James
my
has just been thrown out of my tavern for
I
that
promise
comment.
you, I have 4 DBS checks and they're all clean.
Honestly, officer.
Honestly, and that's
no,
what I'll say
Mr. Darius, no here. That's what it's been for the last 2 episodes. It's just been no, Mr. Darius, no here.
Mr. Darius, no here.
Yeah, but he's like really like Lacey's really friendly and chatty and like is just really good at her job. And she's quite good. Oh, the other thing also, Lacey and me got a small gambling set going. So we've got a table now that has like a smaller tables around it, and it's for I can't remember. I never actually looked up what that game is, but essentially people are gambling with dice. So naturally,
Dungeons and Dragons.
yes,
We're playing
in
D&D.
Dungeons-
The D&D group in the thing when they
yes,
pretend
there's a
really
D&D
mundane
group
work.
going on. They're all just like, I wish something interesting would happen as we're in this magical town that just came out the fucking floor and all this stuff.
No, they roleplay boredom. They're like, I wish everything was just nice and calm. And then they're like,
There's one guy like,
roll your placidity.
Man, I wish I could just have a 9 till 5 job.
If you're gonna have a 9 to 5 job with an office that I'm not really sure what my role is, that's what I long. None of this adventuring. We're going with that. That's canon now, Josh. I'm afraid.
Okay, right. On a separate table, there's a dice gambling set going on, and I've been sort of. It's not particularly big at the moment, but I'm going to say that's where like some of my profits come from.
Yeah.
It's getting that started up.
House always wins.
So, yeah.
Quick shout out to Richard MC Sunday for following us. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. Hope you enjoy the stream tonight.
Putting us one closer to the live stream.
Live charity thing. Yes.
Yes. So, you guys are there. All of a sudden, Steve walks through the door.
I take my
Darius.
arm off.
So yeah, Finbar, you're standing there with your arm around her. Roll me just a dexterity saving throw. That seems like the most appropriate thing that comes.
Can I try and style it out? I'm like
do his performance. Just do his
Picking links off her
I
shoulder.
want to
Just
be like,
oh.
and this is how you break out of a hold from a man that you don't want to.
Yes.
Hello,
you are
Steve.
not in a relationship with.
Yes.
Cool. Give me the performance roll. Come on, here comes the
Performance
nap.
roll. It was a 20.
Yeah, he walks up and he says, "Oh, there you are, Stephanie. It's good of you, Finbar." And he claps you on the shoulder. And then as he like claps you on the shoulder, then he kind of puts his arm over your shoulder and he says, "Do you mind if we have a word?"
Why, yes, of course. anytime. Have as many words as you want.
And yeah, it's not like dragging you. It's not like he's.
Yeah.
He's just.
I would actually like to say I because it's Stefan and Stefan because it's Steve.
Guten Abend.
It's a conglomerate of them. This is Steve.
Steve, why are you suddenly German? Silence!
He's Stefan now.
Stefan, why are you wearing that outfit? Those brown coats. What are you? Look at those leather
I'm
boots.
sure that symbol's not allowed anymore.
That symbol is barred from this place, Stefan. Okay.
It just zooms out and it's just. It just zooms out and it's just Oktoberfest in the Red Rum Inn and no one's noticed.
Bring it back to not being offensive. Okay, so Steve, he
I just wanted to say, like, I've got the back room, obviously, where, like, and I'm just like, you can use the back room if you want, because it's Steve, and...
no, Steve...
I have a chat. Yeah.
Steve says, it's alright, I need to get some fresh air this morning, mate, but cheers. And he walks out the front.
I nod.
Finbar, do you go with?
Yeah. I feel what might happen if I don't go with this man.
Stop!
Where are you taking me? My worship of Melora has finally been found out. Who told them? Oh. Right, yeah,
Okay. Right.
I'm gonna take 2 seconds to calm down. I'll be right back.
Steve's been derailed.
Oh god. I
Right. Oh my god. We've got to take like a 2-minute break because I need a drink, and I think I just need to go and just breathe.
Okay.
Be right back.
We broke stream. We broke the stream. Oh god. Oh, chat, help me. Oh god, right. Welcome to Encounter Roleplay. The only place for fucking Dungeons and Dragons. Oh.
Did he die? Is that what happened?
He's dead.
James just shook himself to death from laughing.
Oh, this is why we love chat. Well, your face is
What did
going
chat say?
Breathe. Chat's helping Richard with his idea for a Witcher game. Have you played the Witcher games, Josh, or read the books?
You know what? I've been really tempted to get into them lately. I need more money, so all of your donations will now be going towards my Witcher experience. No, I've
Thank you, Spirit.
Yeah, no, I do want to try and get into them. I've heard some really good things about them, so yeah, hopefully soon.
I'd love to play a game which was in the World of Witcher. I love it. It's great. It was bound to happen. Too much wit and charm in one place. Oh god. Yeah, Richard, we're actually starting a website on 1st of July, which is going to have loads of articles for DMs and players alike. So that's www.encounterroleplay.com. It's not live yet, but follow on the stream and we'll still be there. I think James is broken.
I called it. I was like, oh, unless it gets derailed.
Oh dear.
I like how your camera is just so hard focused on the red and pink of your face. It's horrendous. Right.
Right, I go outside to talk to Steve, who is nothing but an honest, simple man.
He runs a shop.
He runs a shop. He doesn't have anything wrong with
no
him.
affiliations to any political organisation.
Oh dear.
Okay, so
Good night, everybody, if you're off, mate. Thanks for stopping by.
yeah. So he says So, how you holding up? And he gives you a sorrowful, kind of sympathetic look.
I say, I'm like, oh, yes, it's okay, you know, actually, doing okay with the new house, and I'm working on it.
Good, good. Well, before you, well, had your little unplanned trip, you said something about, well, and he points to you kind of all of a sudden you notice the kind of somber air this morning. Like
Very
there's
somber air this
yeah,
morning.
there's a man sitting in like a rocking chair, just looking really really morose out the front of his house. And there's no children. Usually there's like a few children playing. The child population of this place isn't huge, but there's usually a few children playing, and it's like there's just no one out. And Steve says to you, "You said you'd help us get some get that palisade sorted out." And well, people aren't. It's just getting worse and worse. People feel less safe. No one goes out unless they have to. It's killing the town slowly.
I'm serious. Hello, Forever Player. Welcome, my friend. And Hageko says, "Wasn't Steve a cool guy?" Well,
He's a cool guy.
certain things happen to Steve. Anyway, I say to Steve,
Hold it together, boys.
I say to Steve,
Stay on target.
Yes, indeed, I would love to help with your palisade. Why are you building a palisade, Steve? Is it to keep people in?
Why do you want to keep those people? Why have you built these up?
Why is
are you
everyone so
doing, Steve?
sad, Steve? Is it because you're putting them in a palisade and strapping them in there?
This is not...
Oh God, Steve!
What are you doing, Steve? I didn't write you to be like this.
Steve, you're meant to be a cool guy.
You
were the
meant
chosen
to
one.
You were meant to bring balance to the force, not destroy it.
Building a palisade, of course he is. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, God.
Oh my gosh, I can't even move. He says, would you be...
I say yes to him, and then I leave because I can't talk to him anymore. My heart. Oh.
Okay, no, he says,
I say yes, Steve. I'd love to help you with your palisade. How can I help?
So he says, well, between you and me, we've got maybe about 50 of the guys willing to go out just to the edge of the forest to get enough wood to encircle the town. Shouldn't take more than a few days. We've got the tools we need. We just need Major York's permission. And, well, we need someone to... Yeah. Sorry, I just saw something in the chat. I
just realised that, Steve, would you be interested in this new gas set me and Ishtoak found last time?
No, I was waiting for that. That's the line.
Oh. I say to him, okay, well, when are you heading out?
Well, if you and a couple of your friends, some of your usual lot, would be able to guard us then as soon as we can get Major York's permission.
Yes, of course, of course. There was a small other matter, Steve. Honest mistake. Yes, there's a small... A small other matter, Steve. Your daughter, Stefanie.
No, stop.
Your daughter Steph. Yes, I have. Your daughter Steph.
Yes.
Uh,
What about her?
is she of seeing anyone?
Um,
Put yourself together. If Steve says that he's not going to allow his daughter to date me because I've got black hair and I'm not from round here, I am not going to be happy.
it's not that. It's just that her loyalties are entirely to the Third Reich. She has no time for any other commitment. Oh God. He said, well, not that I know of. There's not much. Okay.
Pure blood round.
Yeah, there's not much. Not much. Yeah. Well, there's not really many people of her age around here, to be honest, Finbar.
I say, how would you feel about me seeing her? You and I are friends, of course. I have only honourable intentions.
He reaches out a hand to you.
I look at it.
And he elevates.
Oh, this is so terrible.
It's going on the rails. It's going.
They're all Nazi mimics.
No,
Right.
doppelganger is a German word.
Doppelganger. Okay,
Oh.
what kind of hand is this?
It's like a handshake.
Right. I take it. Okay.
Cool. And he holds your hand tight and says, "It's fine. Don't make me break your legs." He gives you knowing eye contact. When you laugh, his face remains stern.
And then I leave. Back into a tavern.
So a couple of minutes after Finbar left, God, has it only been a couple of minutes? James, allegedly. So a couple of minutes after Finbar left, Darius, Stephanie makes her excuses and heads off, having seen, obviously, her significant other and father leaving the tavern together. Major Yorick walks in.
Oh dear.
Says, "Morning, Darius."
I nod and say morning and sort of yeah, just make sure that oh my God, begins with A.
Ario.
Aria.
Ario, that's it. I knew it, but yes, I make sure that Ario isn't being a dick, essentially.
Just chilling on the bar. He's like house
Cool. Yeah, cool.
Because the ability to communicate verbally with him, you're pretty much sorted. Yeah, you just tell him, don't be bellend. Sometimes just be like, "No, Dad, I'm a grown up. I'm 12."
Stop. Stop.
And doesn't it pales in comparison to all other comedy? So Major Yorick, he says, "Do you mind if we go for a walk?"
I smile and nod. Is Lacey around?
Yeah, she's at the back. She's doing last night's washing up.
Cool. I just pop my head up out the back and say, "It's not busy. Can you mind the bar for a sec?"
Oh, yeah, that's fine. There's a clang as she nearly drops a plate and then catches it and gets back to scrubbing.
Cool. I smile and I head out, and before I go, I said, "Ario, look," I sort of whispered to Ario, "Look after Lacey for me."
Cool. He goes, "Rah!"
Cool.
A slightly deeper. It was mainly because my voice cracked because I've been too much. Yeah. So as you leave, he says, make sure it's completely silent, but he's heading towards Manchester Salinar's manse, which is
am I
weird.
here at the moment? Do I see them?
No,
walk
you're
by,
not.
or-
You're not.
Do I see them walk out or anything?
No, you're still. This is like while you're having that conversation.
Oh, okay.
Because you went for a little walk around town and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
So yeah, so he opens the door and holds it open for you.
I head inside.
Cool. And he leads you. He goes down some stairs.
Oh,
So
okay.
opens the door into the basement, which you've never been into before.
Yeah, no, exactly. I sort of give him a funny look, but then I head in.
So there's very little. As you walk in, there's a couple of torches on the wall. It's very empty. There's maybe like an eighth of the space here is being used. It's probably about the same size as like the main room in your tavern.
Okay.
But there's like used wooden pallets and not cardboard, it would be wood boxes. Cardboard boxes from the future. Yeah, there's wooden boxes, a couple of them that are empty, and then there's just a few sealed boxes. He says, "Got a bit of a problem, Darius."
I give him a puzzled look and cautiously approach these boxes, very cautiously and very slowly.
How much food would you wager is in Coalport at the moment?
Well, given I can only say by my own supplies, but most people we've got a forest nearby to forage from, and cut to the chase. Where's this going?
Yorick says, "Well, you're looking at most of it, and there's like 4 boxes. Our last supply ship was due in a week and a half ago."
So this hasn't been stolen. This is legitimately all that's left.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Population's 250 now. Maybe 25 hunters. That's including you. You're like out of character, well, in character, but not in this conversation. You haven't got a huge amount of supplies left for your tavern as well. But it's not like hugely a big deal for you because it's just about your tavern stocks. It will get filled up when the trade ships come in. That's kind of been the way of things. But yeah,